Hey guys, I just want you to know this is like my third time doing this video because I keep leaving things out or saying things that I don't want to say. But anyway, so this video is going to be about master teachers and how they give us metaphors and allegories, and a lot of times it goes over majority of people's heads because a lot of times people are not thinking esoterically and they take things literally. And literal is light, and light can blind you. Okay? Now, I want you to be open minded. Um, I've developed a lot of opinions. I think that it's important to have opinions because opinion is open eye on. Open eye on. And if you I'll put it like this: you normally a religious person or a religious-minded person is pretty much set in what they think, what they believe, and they don't waver from it. But really, if you continue to learn, your opinions should change as you learn. Okay. So anyway, first I want to talk about what I think a master teacher is. I'm going to break down my opinion of master teacher of the word. Okay. So uh, in my opinion, it means what did I say? A living, a living spirit of the constellations or the astrology. And how did I get there? Because master is 13 stars, which is 13 constellations, and the word teacher is T. Oh well, the word teach rather is T and Ak. T also means chai or kai. In the symbol for the chai symbol in Hebrew means living, and Ak means spirit in the hieroglyphics. So living spirit of the 13 constellations, which you and I really are actually a living spirit of the constellations because the zodiac is all within us. Everything exists inside of us. But that's what I think a master teacher is. Now, what do I think the purpose is of the master teachers? I will also call them the ascended masters. Okay, and the reason why is because I think that they have already gone through what we're going through, which is this whole trying to figure out what you really are, what life really is, what so-called God or Neter or Elohim or Annunaki, um, what is it? And I think that they've reached a point where they figured it out. And so they come back to teach us. But here's the kicker. I think that it's not really teaching you if they just give it to you straight what it really is. Because you are your own teacher. And actually, it's science. It's deep science. It's what one will call solar biology, or I've even heard the term nuclear physics. Um, it's going into astrology. Like you have to learn a whole lot. So instead, they give it to you in metaphors, and then it's up to you how you receive it. Okay? But let's talk about what the word allegory is. Allegory. Well, we know Allah means God, which those who are aware knows that God really goes back to nature or netter. And then gory means blood, or gorge means blood, or to gorge with blood. So allegory is the nature of blood. And that is exactly what some teachers talks about ships. Well, what is a vessel? What is a blood vessel? A vessel means ship. It lets you know right there that it's a metaphor. Okay, they give you analogies. You have teachers that stress knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. a knowledge, a knowledge. Are you able to figure out when someone is giving you an analogy about you, about your body, what's in your body? Um, you have to learn how to listen. That's the whole lesson. The lesson is to listen. Who are you really listening to? Yourself. Because yes, they can come and give you information. A teacher is a shower. If you look up the etymology of the word teacher, it's going to tell you that it's a shower, it's a pointer, it's related to the concept of an index finger. So it's somebody that's showing you something, but then you have to take it and receive it, and analyze it in your own mind. That's how you teach yourself. That's the difference between somebody teaching you and you teaching yourself. Because if you only take it as far as what they told you, then you're on dangerous grounds. You really should be teaching yourself, meaning that you came up with ideas on your own. Or you took what they said and it evolved into something else. Okay? Now, this whole thing about them being teachers, that tells me that we are indeed in a school. We are in Sheol. Sheol means hell. What else verifies that we are in school is that we have pupils. That means you're a student. Your eyes, everything that you're experiencing in this so-called life is through your pupils, through your eyes. So you definitely came here to learn. What do I think you came here to learn? I think you came here to learn what you are. You came here to become self-aware of what you are. And I heard a teacher say that that is what an Elohim really is, or Annunaki. I don't know. Those words are interchangeable. But to reach the status of a Neter or Elohim or Annunaki is to be self-aware of what you are. And the way they worded it was, an Elohim or an Anunnaki is one who is self-aware or understands every cell in their body. So they have understanding of their body and what their body is. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a few things that I've heard master teachers say, and I kind of laughed because I said, that went right over their head. Went over their head, and I joked because in my own head I said, yeah, it went over their head just like a UFO, an unidentified flying objective, a concept. They didn't identify it, so it went over their head. They didn't catch it. All right, but I heard a teacher say, I'm not making this up. These are all facts, and this can all be proven. I'm not making this up. These are all facts. People throw that word fact around. This is a fact. Have you ever looked up the etymology of the word fact? Because it comes from the word factitious. Kind of sounds like fictitious, doesn't it? But factitious means to be made by art. It means to make something. That's what factitious means. So for this teacher to say, I'm not making it up, it's all facts, and then you look up the word fact and you find out it means to make something. Yeah. Are you making it up? Because you're calling it a fact because you made it up. All right. Anyway, and then they said this can all be proven. Well, proven has the word oven on it. Oven is relative to the womb. Don't we say that when she's pregnant, she has a baby in the oven? That ov is a relative to ovary, ovum, ova, even Yahovah, Yahovah. You're talking about the eggs. I was actually told, not by a person, but in a weird kind of way, I was told that the Bible is basically about the nature of eggs in the womb. And I pretty much was able to kind of verify that. Speaking of the word verify, when you want to figure out whether something is true, going back to what this teacher said, it can be proven. You want to find out if something is true, then you verify it. You verify things. What am I saying? Very. Vera. Ovary. Oh, very. Verily, verily, I say to you, is what Jesus says. And verily means amen. Very is relative to the ovary. I think I'm going to make a whole video about the egg because there's a lot with it. But I'm going to give you another example how the master teacher talks in some of them. I'm not talking about just one in particular. Okay? But I'll say something like somebody will ask them, is such and such a real person, or is such and such, you know, a physical person? Yes, such and such is a real person, such and such is a physical being. Well, you need to look up those words. First of all, Israel. You want to keep saying so and so is real. Well, what's Israel? Israel. Israel, 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 Isis, Ra, and El. You're talking about astrology. So in that form or fashion, yeah, they are real. And they exist inside of you. Inside of you. Okay, when they say that they're a physical being, well, physics goes back to the nature of something. Physics, when you study physics, you're getting into the energy of something, how things move. What did it say? Physics, the study of matter and its motion through space and time. That's what physics is. And a being, this thing's called a being, that doesn't mean it's... a being means a condition or a state or a circumstance. It doesn't mean it was a so-called person. Even the word person is per sun, meaning through the sun, because the word per means through. Okay? You're still talking about going back to the astrology. You're still talking about going back to the sun. That tells me that a lot of things that are being said by these master teachers are allegories, metaphors, and analogies. And is it up to you to pick that up? Even when they talk about this, the sea gods, okay? What would be a sea god? Cells, the cells that are in your body. C-E-L, cell, or C-E-L-L, cell. That's what the sea gods are. Sea people. The word sea in Hebrew is yam, which a Y and an I are interchangeable. So the word sea can also mean I am. And the word people in Hebrew is just M by itself, A-M. So put sea people together in Hebrew, and you said I am M. Now, wasn't it the Elohim that said to Moses, when Moses asked, who shall I say sent me? He said, Elohim said, I am that I am. Tell him I am that I am sent you. Well, that's probably sea people. Where are the sea people? In you. It's the cells in your body. The cells in your body are intelligent beings. If you start studying the cells of your body, you would be amazed at the things that they do. You'd be amazed at the things, the intelligence that they have. Intel, which means inside. They have light in them. That's what nuclear means. Clear means light. Anyway, that's the last thing I want to say. You know, I hear people say things and I'm like, are they really thinking this through? Like someone said, oh, the moon, you know, it had a history of a lot of bloodshed and war and chaos. Well, yeah, I guess so, because the moon is associated with a 28-day menstrual cycle. So of course it will be associated with blood. Of course it would. Allegory, the nature of blood. It's associated with war and chaos. War means chaos. Look up the etymology of the word war. And chaos, that etymology is going to take you to creation, because it's relative to gas, which is probably ether. So that's all going on in the womb. That's what the whole war was. It had to do with creation. And so obviously it has to do with the moon, because the moon is connected to the 28-day menstrual cycle. Study embryology and you will find out that the menstrual cycle is broken down into 4 parts. It's Construction, the building up, destruction, the tearing down, repair, and rest. That is the cycle of administration. That's my dog. All right, y'all, I'm going to end this right here. Peace.